This video is from the course Introduction. It's designed for complete beginners and assumes you have no knowledge of the subject matter. If you are interested in more beginner, intermediate, or advanced content, check out our website SUBMETA.io. We're now looking at escaping from the half guard when we're flattened out. So we might have escaped the mount to here, but we're certainly not out of a bad position yet. I need to continue to work to a good position. So I'm going to go from Michael being chest to chest and having controls on me such as this near arm, which is an underhook here, and the cross face as well, which is turning me away, to having frames. So I'm actually going to have my arms and my legs keeping distance and keeping Michael away. So the first thing I'm going to look to do here is try to pummel my hand underneath Michael's head and grip on to this part of the shoulder blade. This is our first frame we're going to be looking to get here. What I can do when I grip, you should feel this bone along the shoulder blade. I'm going to grip onto that and I'm going to just slightly elevate my elbow. So you'll notice with this that if Michael tries to put pressure down, it sort of chokes him, okay? It's not enough that it's going to actually be an effective choke to use, but it's enough that he doesn't want to put all of his weight in, right? And this is actually going to take care of two of the main things that were giving me problems. Michael has an underhook, he's under my arm, so it means it's very hard to use my arm effectively. And he's also got a cross face, which turns me away. I want to face him when I escape. When I can get this when I can get my frame underneath the neck here, I can start to alleviate. If you look at this shoulder pressure here starts to alleviate as I lift up. And also the underhook is not really controlling my arm anymore. Next, I want to start to get my leg to make space as well. Okay, so right now my left leg cannot make space. I can't push Michael away with that leg. But I can use a hip escape by trapping Michael's leg with my right leg so he can't escape. And instead of using both legs to lock the half guard, I've just got one hooked over the top, and that's enough to keep him locked in. My other leg is then going to step out and move my hips away as a hip escape. When I move my hips away, I can then bring my knee inside and underneath, frame up, and then flare my knee up underneath this shoulder here, okay? So now I'm really feeling a lot less weight from Michael now. I'm using my leg, the structural strength of my leg as a frame to stop Michael being able to put his chest to my chest. So it's hard for Michael to put weight on me, especially with this arm assisting in this motion. So you can see my right leg hooks and traps Michael's leg. So if he tries to free the leg, it's stuck in the half guard, and my left leg is free to hip escape. So I move my hips away and facing Michael. Okay, so as I move away, I turn my hips in. It gives me room to bring my knee underneath. And as I've got this frame, I can open up space for my knee to come underneath this same shoulder here as the side my leg is on. Lastly, from here, I'm going to try to deal with this crossface. So keeping my frame, I'm going to move my head away. Okay? Notice that stretches the arm out. So Michael's holding my head. I move my head away. That gives me space to pummel my arm inside, just at the line of the elbow, and then I open my elbow out and I block that arm. So now, right now, we started with both of Michael's arms controlling me. And now I'm controlling both of his arms and he doesn't have a good grip on me. I now have good position to start to set up offense. So some common mistakes during this escape. The first one, with my arm, I want to pummel underneath the chin and grip onto the shoulder. What I don't want to do is swing my arm to try to get there. Okay? As Michael just did, if he gets his head under my arm, he controls it even better and I can't really use this arm at all now. Okay, so if we go back, that happens when I open my elbow to try to get my arm in. I want to keep my elbow on this side as I pummel my arm through and underneath the neck like so. The next very common mistake we see is a lot of people forget about trapping the leg. They'll often put their feet on the mat to hip escape with both feet. I'm not holding Michael in the half guard now. He can just kick out into side control, and I just made my positioning a lot worse. So really make sure at all times, whether it's your right leg or your left leg in a half guard, you always want to be trapping with one leg, while your other leg can be used to step out and move. So an issue that we often see in terms of the knee shield when we start to get that. So I start to frame Michael up, I bring my knees together. A common mistake would be to look for the shoulder first. Okay, I need to bring my knees together and then I can flare out. Okay, so I can get underneath this space by going here and then open it out, but I can't just, or usually can't just go straight under the shoulder. Okay, so we're framing up, knee goes under and it opens out. Really try to keep a high knee shield. I want to keep the shoulders away. I'm trying to keep his chest away. Okay, a low knee shield, so putting it down near the hip, can be useful, but it does allow Michael to collapse in and put more pressure on me. Okay, so if we're thinking about making more space, we want to open that knee shield out and block that shoulder. So we're under half guard here. To escape, I'm going to pummel my arm underneath the chin and start to grip on top of the scapula here. From there, I'm going to step wide, hip escape, bring my knees together and flare my knee out underneath the shoulder, keeping my original frame as well. From here, Michael's holding onto my head. I'm going to bring my head away, pummel my arm inside, open it out, and we're now in the knee shield half guard in good position. I hope you enjoyed this video from the course Introduction on SUBMETA.io. If you go to SUBMETA.io, you can watch this course for free, uninterrupted, with exercises to help you with recall. Also for free, we have the follow-up course to this, Foundations 1, Escapes, which builds on the content you'll be learning in this course.